get things like the Winter's Curse and the Static Storm off onto them. Featured on the side of RNG, and for EHOME, it's Innocence, who is taking that the moment as Monet was farming up underneath his own tower, so instead he'll go for the kill to get the pounce down onto Super's Batrider. He's stuck in the kinetic field here as well, tries to buy some time with the wand charges, but it will not be enough. Sylar goes in for the kill, Super will fall, that's first blood, go in the way of EHOME, and the Slark will just TP himself back to the tower. Innocence, though, might not be so lucky. He's going to try for the same play to get him back into fighting shape. Speaking of fighting, though, top lane flyby will be taken down as Jinkyu finds the kill. Nothing to say, trades his life out in exchange, but the Winter Wyvern is going to be able to clean house there, able to get both of those kills. Setsu can get himself a little bit of extra regen. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Monet in some trouble, going for the TP. Oh my god. That was about as close as it could have gotten, but Monet will get himself out of there. His teammates, though, not going to be able to say the same. Super dropping low. He will fall here to the right clicks of Innocence. And now September's going to get glimpsed back into the fight. Doesn't have any mana to work with as he already cast all of his spells, but doesn't need the mana to kill off Innocence. He will find the kill, goes for the stomp now. Might have been able to get the kill on the Jinkyu, but the Winter Wyvern did get off the Splinter Blast right before that stomp connected. Monet ran into Innocence, and he's actually still chasing for this, and there's no way out for the Disruptor. Wow. Innocence tries to juke in the tree line, but he's not going to be able to get away as Monet finds himself a nice solo pick. Speaking of picks, top lane, nothing to say. Gets caught out by Flyby in September. Flyby, that lead could dwindle fairly quickly, especially if Super gets caught out here. He's going to go for the lasso, but there's no one here to back him up. This was not a good play, and now Jinkyu is in position. He has the Winter's Curse if he wants to use it, and he will actually be forced to deploy it there more as a defensive tactic than anything else. It's not going to be enough to save his teammate. Innocence gets taken down as Monet finds another kill, and now Faith Beyond is on the run. Slowed up by that side trap. Trying to death. Oh boy. Wow. Trying desperately to get himself onto Super. Nothing to say, though. Was able to... able to take the outpost, but he can't finish his TP before the stomp comes through from September. As RNG find themselves another pick, and now September will just take that outpost right back into the hands of Royal Never Give Up. Now we're starting to see a bit more momentum being built up here as Monet will get jumped in on in the bottom lane, trying to fight his way through this. Needs a little bit of extra assistance. He's not going to get it in time, though. Jinkyu will still fall as Super does get in there with the Firefly, but they lose the Drow Ranger, and that's Slark picking up another stack of permanent agi. He's up to +3 at the 12-minute mark. At the same time, Faith Beyond going for a tower of his own. Trying for the tier 1 mid. He's not going to be able to actually pick it off, though. As Monet tried to TP in, he's going to get that TP quickly nullified as he's glimpsed back by Innocence. Super, meanwhile, thought he was going to get help, but with the Drow Ranger glimpsed away from the fight, he is in there all by himself. Does give him a little bit of extra damage output, and of course, his 2 hits will get him a pair of Essence Shift stacks. His bottom lane is a bit of a fight breaking out here. Setsu losing his refraction charges fairly early on there as Faith Beyond is trying to chase after him, but might have gone a bit too far. He's going to get silenced up now, slowed as well, and the Reaper's Sight will be there to finish him off. Flyby finds the kill. Jinkyu came in with the Winter's Curse, but it was actually too late to cancel the sight. That's EHOME losing 1, and they might be losing more. Super's trying to push in here. Static Storm was deployed, but it's off the mark. As Innocence is going to get pulled back in by the lasso. Monet's there to just toss out those right clicks, but it's actually Flyby. Kill. Meanwhile, though, Monet going to be getting that one right back as he picks off Innocence. Disruptor is going to buy back as Sylar actually tries to push in here, but as soon as he realizes there's multiple enemies there, he's going to pop that Shadow Dance and back himself away. Somebody, but while they're contemplating that move, RNG have pushed into the Roche Pit. Winter's Curse comes through from Jinkyu. Can he steal this? No, he can... Whoa, hold on. Oh, he made a good attempt. He actually does kill off Roshan, so Setsu, technically speaking, snatches the Aegis. Monet quick to TP out, though, as he was unable to claim that Aegis and didn't have a whole lot of health to work with, but now RNG surging forward. They've taken down Nothing to Say. Sylar has gone down here as well, so that's 2 of the cores on the EHOME side already down for the count. In addition to having lost Q at the start of that Roche fight, it leaves Faith Beyond pretty much alone here to try and hold out against 3 heroes. He is timber chaining his way out of this one as best as he can, but they are still hot on his heels. Timber chains back towards the creep camp, getting himself out of here. Innocence is nearby. He can throw down that kinetic field. Wasn't really able to find too many opportunities to advance in terms of his own net worth. This Drow Ranger will be in some trouble. Static Storm drops Monet low, but he will manage to survive it. Or staffs himself away, and it looks like he's going to, well, saying he was going to survive, but now he's in trouble, going to get caught out. Winter's Curse is deployed onto him, but oh my god, Flyby in with the Reaper's Sight. They will be able to find 1 kill, but Monet does still fall. Meanwhile, Setsu coming in on the backside, trying to avenge his fallen teammate. He's brought down Innocence. Q will die as well here as EHOME are starting to run out of steam already. Sylar is going to pop that Shadow Dance and basically run as he TPs himself out of there. Their significant teamfight ability is still there, but the question was whether or not they could actually get RNG into positions where that teamfight power could really be used effectively, and so far we're not seeing that, as Q will be taken down again. Innocence will fall as well, and that's both of the supports down for the count. Meanwhile, Flyby is actually keeping this chase going, trying to get onto Nothing to Say or Faith Beyond, but charges. And of course that massively extended range, and right on cue, he's going to jump in onto Super, but Monet's here to create a little bit of separation with that gust. Static Storm goes down, but it is basically whiffed. Super will still fall though. And now Monet's in some trouble getting jumped in on. He will go down, but Setsu is into the fight, trying to make something happen here, but EHOME finally do appear to have the numbers on their side. Setsu's on the run, trying to get himself out of there, turns around for the Meld Strike onto Sylar. They go for the Reaper Scythe as well, and they've actually taken down the Slark. The damage output here from EHOME taking a huge dip with the loss of that hero. Nothing to Say will go down as well, and now Innocence is even going to fall as well, as EHOME looked like they were about to take control of that fight. Instead, RNG strike back, and they strike so damn hard. Flyby picks up the kill there at the end of the fight onto Faith Beyond. Doesn't really matter much. 1 buyback on a Bat Rider and the death of Monet's Drow Ranger doesn't really affect them all that much, especially considering they still managed to win the fight. Speaking of fights though, EHOME looking to start something as September was glimpsed back in, but the kinetic field was not deployed in time. Innocence will go down. Faith Beyond's in trouble now as well. The Cold Embrace will buy him a little bit of time. Still got to try and Timber Chain his way out of here, and he's taking so much damage. Meanwhile, Nothing to Say caught out on the steps of his own base. He will fall. Q goes down as well, and now Super jumps in with the lasso onto Slark. They get the Earth Splitter for the extra damage onto him as well, and this is just an absolute massacre. Slark has no way out of that, even with the Shadow Dance making him untargetable. He will still die all their way through this bottom lane of Rax. Tier 3 tower will be taken. Innocence, Jesus, just completely deleted. As Monet picks up the last hit, RNG will claim that bottom lane of Rax, and do they go for the win here? Doesn't really look like it. They're going to just back themselves out. Always an interesting bonus as Faith Beyond. Okay. Getting jumped in on, he's able to remove that silence with the Guardian Greaves, and now EHOME are going to try and turn this one around. They get the Winter's Curse down onto the Necrophos, so Flyby will actually go down. Meanwhile, Sylar trying to jump in onto Monet. The Pounce is doing a fair bit of work, but they still don't have the damage, as that Slark is going to be forced to run away. Sylar just hoping to get himself out of here. Have smoked up. They're looking for a target, and hello, target. Monet in some trouble. Does pop that BKB, though. He is going to be able to survive that initial gank. That BKB had really just been delivered to him, so some timely deliveries on the part of the courier as Sylar tries to push in. They do actually catch Super out though as they glimpse him into the Static Storm. Do they have enough damage to actually finish him off though? No, they do not. Stack of the Greater Fairy Fire was used there as Super will survive. Meanwhile, Winter's Curse was thrown down. Super will fall. Monet is dead as well. And all they get out of it is 1 kill onto the Zeus, so a pretty favorable trade for EHOME at the moment. They're looking for more. Faith Beyond able to bring down September. It does cost them the life of the Disruptor. Said Disruptor will quickly buy back. Everybody buying back here, actually, as both of these sides are trying to fight for Roshan, but Faith Beyond is going to get caught by the stomp, finished off by the right click of Setsu, as Templar Assassin picks up a triple kill in the fight. But, well, here come more buybacks. EHOME gonna commit another one as the Timber Saw will get back into the engagement. Oh my goodness, Sylar, he was baited into the pit. Cold Embrace comes out just in the nick of time as Sylar will survive, but now Setsu's found a new target. Jumping in onto Innocence. Disruptor will quickly go down. He had just bought back, though, so he is gone for about a minute. No buyback. As Faith Beyond trying to go into the pit, but Sylar just fell for this play. Won't jump in there. Setsu was just waiting to strike. Now he's going to try and finish off Roshan himself. Chakram, though, into the pit, doing a bit of damage to Roche, but RNG will still claim Roshan. The Aegis goes into the hands of the Templar Assassin, and now EHOME are on the retreat. Xingqiu tried to pop the ult, but it's actually canceled out by, I think, a Lincoln Sphere somewhere. They need to try and focus in on defending their base as Super is going to try to push in. Nice Static Storm from Innocence. Actually does catch out Super. They might just be able to find this kill. The Guardian Greave heal, though, will come through, keeping that Bat Rider alive. Setsu, though, blinking. Oh my goodness. Blinking into his opponent's base. Gets the quick kill onto Innocence's Disruptor. That is Disruptor dead. Still no buyback for another 5.5 minutes. As Royal Never Give Up will focus in on these objectives. The Tier 3 tower has fallen mid. Ranged racks will be taken down as well, and the melee should follow soon after. And EHOME, without that Static Storm, not really feeling up for the fight, but gonna have to do something. They're in danger of going up against those Mega Creeps. Xingqiu is going to push in, but he has to worry about that Lincoln Sphere. It is back up, and, well, they will pop it there. Xingqiu thinking about it. Holding the ult for now. Disruptor is back in here as well, but where is his Static Storm? Still 20 seconds out, so EHOME have to try and buy a little bit of time, but while they're trying to do that, their racks are falling. Tier 3 has gone down. The melee's starting to take a bit of damage as well. Meanwhile, Sylar tries to jump in on the backside, but at the same time, RNG will surge forward, trying to isolate the lineup here from EHOME as they bring down Xingqiu. Wyvern quickly going to commit the buyback, though, but now Sylar has been caught out by the lasso. They're pulling him back in, and they will be able to bring him down. Sylar dead for 70 seconds. No buyback available here. And EHOME starting to run out of steam as, oh my lord, nothing to say, just getting absolutely destroyed. Cold Embrace is going to delay his death, but it cannot prevent it, and that is GG called from EHOME. Setsu picks up one last kill before the end there. That'll be RNG claiming the win here in game number 1, and doing so